Hey everybody, I'm Jay Justin, and today I'm going to talk to you about The Walking Dead Episode 1 video game. This game is available for download. It is either 400 Microsoft points or just flat $5 if you are on PlayStation. Um, this game, many of you should be familiar with it from the TV show at least, The Walking Dead, which just ended season 2. Season 3 should be picking up here in a couple months, I believe October, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, there is a comic book that that inspired the TV series. So as you can see, the art and everything in this game is more reflective of a comic book style. The game is all about choices. As you see, a question was asked, I had to answer, and you're only given a certain amount of time to answer questions. Now, when you answer these questions, these people are going to remember, and you know they're going to remember, and it's going to impact the game later on. As you can see, you are not the sheriff from the TV series. You are somebody completely different. And I'm getting the feeling that this is kind of a prequel, if you will, to the TV show. Like I said, I don't know about the comic book. I didn't read it, so I can't really compare it to that. But you're this guy. You're Lee. What's his last name? Garrett, I believe. And you end up coming across this little girl named Clementine, and you're kind of looking out for her the whole time. One of the things about this game is the movement. As you can see, I'm moving the reticle around with my right analog stick, and certain things pop up telling you whether you can look at it or interact with it. And you can use the buttons, or you can use the D-pad, as it is kind of shaped in the shape of the D-pad. Um, and it's not just you and this little girl the entire time. You're going to come across other people, which you will see soon, and you're going to have to make some choices. Your choices are going to impact how the game is going to play out from that moment on. If you're lying, if you choose you want to lie about everything, you want to keep your lie straight, because uh, people are going to end up catching on. If you tell a lie to a couple people and then tell the truth to a couple, that could end up hurting you possibly. One of the biggest things is you're going to have to come across scenes where you're going to have to choose to save one of two people. Like this scene, for instance, and I'm not going to show you which choice I made, but you're going to have to choose who you're going to save. And the choice you make impacts the rest of the game. It's going to impact immediately right after. Sometimes it could feel as though it has a negative impact on you, but in the long run, it's a positive one. But then again, maybe the impact is immediately positive and long term negative. So, as you're able to see, I had a choice between saving the child or that young man, and you had to make your choice pretty quickly. Right there to the right, you'll notice that is Glenn from the TV show. If you're familiar with if you're familiar with the TV series at all, so he is in this. This is a scene that is later on in the game. Uh, Glenn was out looking for supplies and heard a woman crying for help. So the three of you are here trying to help this woman out. So you have to figure out a way to dispatch these zombies safely and quietly with the resources you have around you. And it took me a minute because I needed to really look around and find everything that was available. Excuse me. And I went back and forth between the first position and this position a couple times just to try and see what I could find. So it does take a little bit of thinking. You want to talk to everybody. They will give you some hints. They will say things from time to time, but there's also going to be portions of the game where there's a lot of downtime where you're just kind of milling around. Like, for example, in the pharmacy, you kind of have the ability to just mill around and just talk to everybody for a little bit. You can pick up stuff. You could share it. Of course, you need to take care of Clementine. This scene here, I'm just going to go ahead and give you a quick hint. That brick there, that is out of reach, is something you're going to need to be able to accomplish what you're doing, which is why you're sitting outside right now. When you get to this point, you'll understand what I mean, and hopefully that'll help you out a little bit. But I think it was pretty addictive, and I really like the way the story's coming together in just this one episode. It's a lot of character building. It's about getting to know all the people around you, getting to know yourself a little bit, as well as Clementine, and building the trust with her. Scenes as you're helping to take care of her. It was a pretty short game, but it was only $5. Episode 2 should be coming out, I believe. It'll be out next month, July. But I am not positive on that. From what I understood, they're going to release a new episode every month. So I don't know if it got pushed to July, because I believe episode 2 is supposed to be out this month. At the end, it'll show you a trailer of what's coming in the next episode, but you'll also get this at the end. That's going to tell you kind of your stats. So for honesty, me and 62% of players were honest. And the choices you made and how you played the game. So it kind of adds a little bit of a replay value. So while you're waiting for the next one to come out, you can go back and change up the way you did things and see how the game plays out as well, which I'm kind of curious to do myself. So I do highly recommend this game. Like I said, $5, not a bad investment. Nice quick game to play, and you can play it a few times over. So let me know what you think. I'm G.I. Justin. Thank you.